Alright guys, welcome back, and this video, what we're going to do is, well, I'll show you guys. So right now our dude has a gun, but whenever he shoots a monster, the bullet just goes right over top of him, nothing happens. And what we want to happen is, of course, it kills the monster with a cool little explosion, why the heck not? So in order to do that, we need to add another event, basically saying when the bullet hits the monster destroys and an explosion happens. So if we add an event, what we can do is we can, oh my god, what is wrong with me? As soon as I start making these tutorials, it just feels like I drank like 18 milkshakes, all the phlegm in my throat. But basically, what we want to check out for is something to happen to this bullet. So go ahead and double click the bullet, and the exact event name is on collision with another object. So on collision with another object, and we're basically saying, okay, you want to see if the bullet collides with something. Well, what do you want to see it if it collides with? Well, the monster. So this event that it's checking for is when the bullet collides with the monster, and now we just got to say what happens. Well, we actually want to have a couple different things happen, and the first thing is this. We want the object of the monster to be destroyed. So monster destroyed. That's pretty straightforward. Now we also want the bullet. So click bullet next to spawn another object. So whenever the monster, or excuse me, whenever the bullet hits the monster, we want the explosion object to appear right where that bullet was, because that's where the explosion happens. So if we go to spawn another object, the object is the explosion, and I'll slow it down a little bit. The layer is 1. Basically, we don't want it to happen on the background, but on the main layer. And the image point, we can just go ahead and leave it 0, because you're not going to be able to tell the difference between the middle of the bullet and the tip of it, because they're like a pixel apart. So click done. And the last action that we want to make occur is the bullet itself gets destroyed. So click bullet and scroll all the way down, and under miscellaneous click destroy and hit done. So what we basically did is we said, okay, when the bullet collides with the monster, a couple things are going to happen. First of all, the monster is destroyed because they got shot. Second of all, there's going to be an explosion at that point of impact, and also the bullet gets destroyed, because you're not going to have an explosion and then the bullet keeps going. So now let's go ahead and run this and check it out what happens. Okay, so it shot the monster disappeared, the bullet disappeared, and if I start that again, you see that explosion. But first of all, that explosion looked kind of weird, because in this explosion image that we have, there's like a black background on it. So we can go ahead and actually get rid of that in the game. We don't need a photo editor program to get rid of that. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that in the next video. So the next video is actually going to be probably pretty quick. We'll get rid of this black ugly background on the explosion, and I'll also show you guys how to make your monsters a little bit smarter so they come toward your guy instead of just going all in a straight line like they're in some, idiotic military or something. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you then.